Welcome to First Day in the Verse. Welcome to Star Citizen. This video makes no assumptions other than that you have the game installed and you have launched it. So we'll get you going. I'm going to guide you through the process. No worries. So when you launch the game, you get the RSI launcher going and you click Launch Game. It opens up here into the main menu. You're going to have three options: Universe, Star Marine, and Arena Commander. I want you to think of Universe as getting into Star Citizen, what you hear about on Reddit, you see on YouTube videos, Twitch channels, whatever. The Universe is where you're more than likely going to head. Star Marine is a first-person game simulator. Arena Commander is a flight simulator for flight combat. So we're going to go into the Universe, click the button. The first thing it does is it guides you through creating your character. You can click the male character on the right or the female character on the left. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. I usually just do a very quick one. So for me, male, cycle through, looks good, click accept, hit save, and here we see our options. It comes up here, it shows you your spaceports: Lorville, Area 18, and New Babbage. And when you're brand new, you're kind of sitting back for a minute going, what? So we'll hit pause here for just a minute and we'll talk about what these three things mean. Lorville, your top option, is a city on the planet Hurston. It is a planet owned by a weapons manufacturer called Hurston Dynamics. Uh, they don't have a large weapon selection available on the planet, so the downside to spawning on Lorville is that you will have to go elsewhere to get weapons. Um, the upshot, of course, is that you're close by several popular and wealth-producing trading moons. So there is that upshot. The next one down the list, Area 18. That one is spawns you in a city called Area 18. I know, not very creative. On a planet called Arcor, owned by the company Arcor. In Area 18, great place to spawn. There are plenty of shops nearby where you can buy weapons and armor and food and things like that. The downside to spawning at Area 18 is that you're going to need to use exit splines. You're going to need to use takeoff splines when you leave it, same as you will at Lorville. 18 has more of a cyberpunk look and feel to it. Lorville has more of an industrial waste kind of feel to it, somewhat post-apocalyptic. They test their weapons there, so it's kind of dry and dusty and lots of pollution. Area 18 is metro to the extreme. And that brings us to our last choice here, New Babbage. Now, New Babbage spawns you on a planet called Microtech, owned by the company Microtech. Starting to see a theme here, I'm sure. Microtech creates the little Moby glass, the little watch thing on our wrist that lets us interact with our universe, see what contracts are out there, send money to people, pull up a star map, things like that. So New Babbage is a city, the primary city on Microtech. Okay, that's where I would recommend that we spawn, on Microtech. There we go. So we click Microtech. You see it lets you choose your region at the top. I'm in the United States. And then click Visit Location. And we get our Port Olisar loading screen. So we just wait. I'm going to take a moment and make a suggestion to you. If you don't have an SSD at this time, I would recommend you get one. There's a lot of data that has to load in Star Citizen quickly, and having an SSD makes that process playable. I have played with people that only use an HDD for this, a hard disk drive. However, their experience was greatly diminished. Their loading time was huge. Um, they had other little glitches and snafus that would have been resolved by using an SSD. So definitely recommend even just getting a cheap SSD if you don't have one. So we're going to skip ahead to where it actually loads here. Here we are. We're loading into the verse. You hit Y to wake up, get up out of the bed. Y exits you out of the seat or bed. If you're in a current turret, Y gets you out. Make your way through, hold down F and click your mouse to select it. And let's look out the window for a second. Now, navigation here is using your WASD keys. Those let you choose your direction you're going to strafe. Those of you who've been playing games for a while are already no doubt familiar with that. So you use your mouse to point your nose or eyes in the direction you wish. W moves forward. Spacebar jumps. Control crouches. Here we are. Exit the elevator. Quick little look around. And make our way out towards the Metro Loop. You exit the apartments here, the habs as we call them. You can hear a ship flying over. Down the steps. Around the corner. And we're going to stop right here for just a moment. The reason for that is I want to point out something. When you spawn in New Babbage, and you come down the corridor, if you go to the right, the commons, that takes you to the shops. You can navigate through there, buy food, buy drink, buy weapons, buy armor, buy ship components, things like that. So if you're looking to go buy stuff, head to the right. If you're looking to get off-world, which is what we're going to do right now, do our first mission, we're going to take a left. So right commons, left spaceport. We're going to follow this dude in red. So here we are. Here's our tram. Go. I'm not sure if that's a real person or if that's an NPC. Honestly, the AI is getting much better in the latest releases. It's actually quite a pretty place. And you notice those 4 sets of 3 white lights up ahead. That's where we're headed. That's the spaceport. So when you come into Microtech and you're wondering, where do I go? Look for New Babbage. Looks like home plate, a 5-sided shape, like home plate for baseball. And when you quantum to that location and you look around at nighttime, look for those 4 sets of white lights and 4 sets of red lights above them. That's the spaceport. We're headed along the ground there now. The door's not open yet. And here we are. We exit the tram, look around. We're going to the left. Only place you really can go. And we emerge into a room with 6 elevators. Pick an elevator, any elevator. Hold down F, click your mouse, listen for the chirp. You spend a lot of time in elevators in this game. And now approach the elevator, F and click. F and click is your interaction key. You're going to use it to click elevator doors, open doors, pick up items, all kinds of things. Usually if you can interact with it, it turns orange. We emerge out of the 6 elevators and make our way down the corridor. we go. Go through the scan gates. Bear left. There's your find consoles, by the way, on the right, or on the left side. And we just make our way up the stairs. And take a brief moment to take a look at New Babbage. And several ships hovering in Atmo. This is a little jittery. I recorded this in the PTU. PTU, at least in my own experience, has been more choppy. So your hangars are on your right, ship rentals on the left. We're going to hit the ASOP terminals. Hold F and click. We're going to choose our Pisces. Whatever ship you have available will show in the list. Incidentally, that is ships that you've purchased with real money in the pledge store, or ships that you have purchased or rented in-game. Let's try that again. There we are. Let's try Pisces again. Even if it tells you there's an error, pull up the ASOP terminal, because it could have actually put your ship on the platform and just didn't update properly. I've seen that happen quite a bit too. Hangar 3. So we just grab any elevator. There's our Moby-Glass picture. And Hangar 3. You'll notice the elevators look different for each area. So the elevators here look different from Area 18 and Lowerville and the RR stations. So you exit the elevators, emerge into the hangar. This one is a side opener. The top doesn't open. Some places have only top opens. Some places have side and top. There we are. Remember what I said about your movement keys moving you around? WASD? The same thing applies when you're flying, except you only use your space to go straight up. Use your control to go straight down. Use your mouse to adjust the way that your nose of your aircraft is pointing. So, mouse to adjust your nose on you, mouse to adjust the nose of your aircraft. Gonna hit F11, comms and friends to request takeoff permission. Let our hangar doors open. So when we're ready, we're gonna hit the space bar to go vertical or ascend. Adjust your nose to keep it level or at 0, and thrust forward. So, basic ship controls, just like I said. W to go forward, S to strafe straight backwards, D to strafe towards your right or starboard, A to strafe towards your left or port. So we'll thrust around a little bit here, and we'll just glide on past this big ship. It's an 890 jump, by the way. Those will be purchasable in-game here very soon. And it really is bigger than it looks. This ship could land inside that ship. Nice pretty scene with the snow and the trees. I think it's gorgeous. Others also feel the same, I'm sure. Looks like he's trying to land, or maybe he's running out of hydrogen and is falling to the planet. I don't know. Well, let's get out of here. So we'll thrust forward a little bit. Incidentally, the building straight ahead of us with the hollowed out center, that's the Habs where you wake up. When you first wake up, that's the Habs. So now let's take it out of Atmo. You have to adjust your nose angle with your mouse, even when you're ascending. They've changed the flight model, so ships are more realistically affected by atmosphere than they were previously. So some of us have to make adjustments to our flying style. And all I'm doing is basically just moving my mouse up a little bit to keep the nose up. I prefer a 90-degree takeoff personally, when I can. 10,000 meters will let you quantum at Lorville and at Area 18. We need to go slightly higher here at Microtech. So I hit F2 and I'm going into the star map. You hit the little target at the top to center yourself on your current location. And you can use your mouse wheel to zoom in and out. So we're going to go into the contracts manager so we can find a way to make some money. That's usually the first thing people ask. How do I make money in this game? So I'm going to accept this delivery mission. Pays 4,000 credits. Normally it would go into your accepted right away. Again, this was recorded in the PTU where they're testing everything, so things can run a little slow or a little more glitchy than normal. So we'll give it a minute. I'm just trying to give it a little time here so that it loads. Now, your personal delivery missions can be a little shady. There we are. They finally populated. So I pick the one. I'll look at it to see where it's going. Collect packages from IRA Deltana Research on Microtech. So that's right here on the planet we're on now. So we're going to start there. So I zoom in on the map. Look for the little green icon that indicates that's where a mission marker is. There we go. Zooming, zooming. Left mouse button to pivot the map around. Right mouse button to move the map around. So, trying to pivot it so I can click on where I need to be. Excellent. So now we're at 12,000 meters. We're high enough where we can quantum. Just going to tip the nose down. There's my marker. Hit B like Bravo to start spooling my quantum, or calibrating my quantum. You'll see that it spools and calibrates. Once those are at 100, I can hold B like Bravo for 3 seconds, and it will start our quantum travel. All the appropriately cool effects. It's supposed to be like a quarter of the speed of light. So, not FTL, STL, but a lot faster than thrusting everywhere. Here we are. So now we still have our mission marker. Just going to thrust her down towards the destination. You adjust your speed with your mouse wheel, and that affects both walking or running speed when you're on foot and thruster when you're in a ship. Some ships are faster than others, as you would figure. That bar on the left, you notice how it's white and then it goes orange or yellow or red. The white part is the area where it can safely and quickly slow down and stop. Think of it as a safe braking distance, okay? If you're operating a motor vehicle, you know that the faster you go, the more time you need to stop and slow down. So what this little bar is telling you is as long as I'm in the white, the craft can slow down within a timely manner. If I'm outside of that bar, obviously I'm moving faster, but it's going to take it longer to slow down and stop. Bear in mind that when you visit bodies and moons and planets and space stations, they may or may not have atmosphere. Atmosphere is going to slow you down. If they don't have atmosphere, you'll just coast for a long time. So learn to adjust your speed, and you'll see that I do that a lot here. I use my mouse to be able to slow down. So the horizontal numbers are your angle, your nose angle. So currently pointed down at about a negative 37 degree. I'll hit F4 here so I can check my external view. Wish we could do that in cars. Fortunately, we cannot. So I'm basically just trying to use my WASD keys to position my craft so that I land fairly close to the door, because walking, really? And here we are. Not too bad. F4 again to go back to cockpit view. Incidentally, in, like November, raises and lowers your landing gear. I neglected to mention that sooner. So, really, I've had better parking jobs, but... And the reason why I did this is because not all the environments are friendly. This place has oxygen in the atmosphere. You can breathe it, but it's a cold place. And some of these moons that you visit are going to be more harsh. So here's our first box. Again, F and mouse to select. Same deal with the doors and your pressurization controls. Wait for the doors. Nice sunrise. And same deal with the package. Look down towards the package, hold down F, click, look for place. I would recommend using place instead of drop. Sometimes drop will make it fall through the ship, and then you can't get it again. So, only use drop if you don't want to interact with that item again in the future. That's so pretty. So here we are. Back inside, Slacker. There we go. The delivery missions are different in 310. If you've played the game previously, you'll remember that it was one item picked up at one location, dropped off at a different location. They've changed that now. Now they're multi-segment missions. So you pick them up from one location, drop them off at 3. So that's a change. And use the green silhouette to position where you want the box to be. There we are. Does it just mean that package look like maybe it might have some human organs in it? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. And when we walk in, you'll see that gray console over there. That's where you can buy cargo. You can buy freight here to haul it. I'll show you later. Click the mouse, yes. It places the box on the floor. Clink. Now let's GTFO. Alright, so here we are. I left the ship running. Now we're going to go into our contracts manager, accepted. Notice one of them has the little tracking indicator on it. That's the one that I'm tracking. Its markers are going to show on the map. If I track it, the markers show on the map. And you see the first three parts of our mission are complete. So we're going to go to New Babbage for package 269802. I'm checking where the other packages come from. Clio. So I'll pick those up when we go to Clio. Let's do New Babbage first, since we're close by. So, spacebar to go up. Adjust your nose angle with your mouse, or joysticks if you're using them. This is a landing pad. I'll demonstrate real quick. Also, those blue things over here, the Platinum Bay, you spawn ground vehicles there. They will actually spawn on these little pads. In a pinch, you can borrow one to try to repair or refuel. If you go to an outpost like this and there's two big ships on the pads and you're like, man, I'm out of fuel, I cannot refuel. Most of the time, you can pull a very quick, and I mean you gotta be quick, touchdown, refuel, and get out before they impound it. Notice the warning coming up. So F1 to try to refuel. Obviously, it's not going to let me, so I'm going to GTFO real quick before they yank my vehicle. You can spawn ground vehicles there at Platinum Bay, but you cannot spawn aircraft. And there's a glitch in the game where it will impound your ships from time to time from these places, giving you no option to get it back. So be careful if you do that little maneuver. You've got to be very quick. And we're just trying to get up high enough where we can quantum. Past the 11,000 mark. Looking for New Babbage. I really wish they would silhouette the writing with a black outline or something so it would be easier to see. And you gotta click it at just the right spot to select it. More of an art than a science. Oh, we don't want to go there. That's where you want to go, New Babbage. And you're like, but it's pointing straight down. Watch. It flips the ship over and circles around the planet. If it doesn't flip the ship up to circle the planet, hit I like indigo to kill your engines. Because what it's doing is it's about to put you through the planet, which is not going to end well. So it's an old habit for me to just kind of watch closely with my hand over the I button. I basically kills engine power, toggles it on and off. So, good habit to be in, especially when you're hauling cargo. So you notice we get our little green diamond here. I realize it's a square, but it's a square on its corner. So we're going to call it a diamond. And all we're doing is just flying over to it. This is going to be a rooftop locker. My favorite way to deliver packages. So it really wasn't too far from the Habs. Our first leg of our delivery mission on the very same planet that we spawned on. That's convenient. And start using your mouse wheel to adjust your speed. And like I said, in like November, raises and lowers your landing gear. And here I'm just adjusting my nose angle. So that green diamond is inside the building on top of the roof. So we'll level her out, get her to 0 angle, which is parallel to the horizon. And F4 to go to external camera, hold down Z like Zulu and move your mouse or joystick to adjust your vantage point. I like to do that when I land here on buildings. So F4 to go to external camera mode, hold Z like Zulu or Z. If you're from the UK, it's Z to adjust your perspective, your vantage point, release Z, and now your mouse control will move your ship again. And we're just holding control to drop. Try to find a nice cozy spot to land on. I like to park as close as I can to the doors safely, and you'll see why here in just a moment. Where is the box? So we're like, no marker on that one. Wonder if that's the one I need. Like I said, it's in the PTU. They're still testing everything, so little glitches hither and yon. So we're going to take our best guess here. There it is. And you move slower when you're carrying a box, and you can hear the wind. Notice our survival estimate, 16 minutes. Another reason why I park close by the door. See, once he gets in the ship, he moves faster. It's the wind. Becomes an issue on some of these moons. So now let's GTFO. I recommend leaving your ship powered up if you're going to be coming right back to it, or if you have cargo you want to keep your shields on to protect, or if you want to keep your shields going to protect your ship. If you're not going to be back right away, or you're in a safe environment, power it down. So while we're taking off, what have we done? We've navigated the Habs to the spaceport, we've exited our spaceport, and we're in the middle of our first mission to make money. So it's a twofer. Notice your altitude on the upper right part of this little quadrant. So where are we going next? Well, remember, Cleo has the other mission for us to take, so we're going to do that last. I'm going to select this one, Calliope. And here we are, just trying to find it. Can't get directly to it, so the ship computer has plotted a path to an orbital marker. First, to get around it, so OM is orbital marker, OM1 is the North Pole, OM2 is the South Pole. So now once it gets to the North Pole, the planet says, okay, we can get around it. And there we are. What are you doing, Pagan? Why are you pointing back towards the planet here? Dippy. Was I having a blonde moment here or what? There you go. Hit the BK, idiot. Good boy. Yeah, here we go. Calliope. It's pretty. And what I'm actually doing here is I'm adjusting my nose angle to come in more shallow because the higher you are, the faster you travel. The atmosphere is less dense on bodies with an atmosphere anyway, so you travel faster. So that's why I was trying to keep it fairly level. And I'll adjust it so that I can keep my destination distance within view. So my altitude is 4,000 meters, my distance is 10,000. I know I'm still about 6,000 horizontal distance from it. You see how fast that goes when you stay flat. So bear that in mind. If you have to go large distances across a moon surface or a planet surface, stay as horizontal as you can. There we are. And notice I've reduced my speed. Previous experience on this planetary body or moons has educated me that I don't want to come in too hot on Calliope or Clio. So here's our landing pads. Beware of light poles. Think of them as nets. They love to capture ships. And those little tiny lights on the ground, indestructible. I want a ship made out of that stuff. So, one of these needs to come here. Which one is it? Like I said, first run of the new mission types. So we're all learning. Drop off 788329. Let's take our collection of human hearts, livers, and kidneys. I don't know. Maybe someone called DoorDash. Who knows? Clearly, I parked at the wrong building. Survival estimate 8 minutes. Run, Forrest, run! I can't run, I got a box. Trust me, that is full speed. Click the button, yeah. Anyone order some kidneys? You got some kidneys? Where would you like your kidneys, sir? How about I just put them in this box right here? Not even gonna make eye contact with the guy. Yeah, we'll just walk away slowly. Looking for the drop-off marker to disappear. Yep. This is the trading console. It is where you buy the freight and sell the freight. So you pick your ship. In this case, we could buy any of these. If I was hauling cargo, I would have bought the gold. But we're not hauling cargo. We're doing box missions. Here we are. Kind of pretty for such a hostile place. Notice how much faster we're going without a box. Another tip here, if you're on a small moon, jump. Because you'll jump like Neil Armstrong on the moon. Let's GTFO. So let's see if we can get a quick top up with our fuel. Wasn't having much luck before, so landing. F1, wrench. Nope. No fuel for you. There we are. The atmo height on these moons is different. I don't have a chart in front of me to tell me what the difference is. On places I've been before, I know 3,000, sometimes as high as 7,000 meters. Now, when your attitude, angle, display goes away, you know you're out of ammo. So, where are we going next? Calliope. If it'll let us select it, that would be awesome. Or Clio, excuse me. We need to go to Clio. No, nummy nuts. You need to go to Clio. There you go. Or Euterpe, excuse me. No. Where are you going? God. We got the Carl of Spacemen here today. There you go. Rotate a little bit so you can select it. It's not letting me click it with the mouse. Zoom in! Zoom in! It's not letting me click. Ah, finally. I used to raise my landing gear. I don't bother anymore because it automatically raises when you engage quantum. If memory serves, this is the moon that is mostly ocean. Yep, it is. Interesting thing about space travel is three-dimensional travel. So up and down is relative to where you are. Right side up, upside down, depends on where you are. I tend to err on the side of caution when landing at these outposts. I also mine, and I've had my ship go through a planet's surface multiple times. So I tend to come in less than energetic. We'll land like a civilized person. Hit F1 on the wrench. Still can't refuel or repair. What are you doing, Carl? Don't forget your box. And again, we are moving at top speed here. We're trying to move at top speed. The wind is slowing us down. Don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact. Just gonna place your box of human organs right over here if that's okay. There you are. Enjoy your snack. Waiting for the monies. Yay, objective complete. We completed a contract. 4,000 Alpha UEC. Ka-chink. Don't make eye contact. Trading console. Can't help it. Old habits. Let's see what's available. We can pick our destination. Ooh, Agricium. Nice. And fluorine. Fluorine's a good haul when you're first starting out. And titanium. So Agricium, fill it up 9,000 credits. We would sell it and make about $5 per credit, I think. So we'd make 2,000 credits. Spend 9, make 2. I believe that's what the current rate is at the time I recorded this. There we are. I hope you enjoyed this video. I realize it's a bit lengthy. I will trim out some of the long bits that don't need to be in there. But that is your first day in the verse. Wake up, get to your hab, or get from your hab to your ship, do your first mission, make some money, almost double your money actually. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the verse.